Hi guys, it's your friendly neighborhood reviewer with inToit Reviews. Let me be the first to introduce you to the 95X Fenestrated Elite Sheepskin pads from Dekoni Audio. I wanted to let you know right off the bat that if you choose to swap out the stock pads for a set of these, it does change the sound. In fact, that's exactly what this review is all about. What you gain and what you lose by making this switch. So let's get into it. So, what you gain is some focus, some speed, and some additional bass and treble extension. Vocals get pushed a bit more forward, and they shout a tad bit more. Thinness is decreased only by a hair. In general, the intensity of the 95X increases with this pad adjustment. While I said in my full review that I mostly do not concern myself with the seal of the 95X, that is mostly because the 95X is a hard ear speaker to get to seal correctly, especially behind one's ears. If you own them, it's probably best just to accept that, as they are great electrostats even with this issue. Nevertheless, I should note that some people believe that seal is essential for electrostats, and that the changes in the sound that I outlined above may at least partially relate to one being able to obtain a better seal with the Dekoni pads. Also, I might note that I hear more first reflection points with these, as the velour from the stock pads most likely absorbs the first reflections here. While this might sound like a potential negative characteristic to some, I quite like it, and it's not echoey or reverberative. In fact, I find that it makes for a nice effect. I just learned the other day that research suggests that most people, including sound engineers, actually prefer reflective listening environments in blind tests. This may challenge your expectations, but it nonetheless is true. In any case, what you lose out on with these Dekoni pads is some of the air, and the soundstage shrinks a bit too. But I didn't think that these could get any faster, and they do with the Dekoni alternative. Should you buy them? Well, that's ultimately up to you, and I just want you to know what you'll be getting so that you can be an informed buyer here. Speaking of what you're getting, in terms of comfort, the pads do not really help from a cushioning perspective, as the 95X tends to rest lightly on your face no matter what pad you're wearing. However, the surface of the sheepskin is smoother than the scratchy velour pads that come with the stock 95X. If your focus on these is the air and the soundstage, I'd say stay clear of the Dekoni pads. If your focus is on the speed, accuracy, and intensity of the 95X, then maybe it's right up your alley to switch to the Dekoni pads. From a comfort perspective, it's a bit of a toss-up, however. How much do you hate velour? Can you deal with the scratchiness of the stock pads? Unlike some of the other pad changes and recommendations that I have made and will make in the future, I don't know if you have to rush out and buy these from a sonic perspective. These are a bit more of a mixed bag, unfortunately, but I'm glad that Dekoni decided to make them. Anyhow, please take a minute and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. At this point, there's nothing more that you can do to help the channel than hit that subscribe button now. And I'm out.